endocrine system is a network of glands and tissues that secrete hormones, and it works together with the nervous system. But they're both very different. Signals conveyed by the endocrine system take more time than the nervous system, but they have more long-lasting effects. This is because the proteins released will remain long after the hormone is gone. Endocrine glands secrete hormones directly into the bloodstream.
Fun facts. Exocrine secretions do not contain hormones and are released through ducts into a body compartment. Both endocrine and exocrine functions can be found in the same organ.
Hormones are divided into two groups by their chemical nature, steroid and peptide hormones. Steroid hormones are small, hydrophobic, and act as primary messengers. These include estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Their properties allow it to diffuse through the cell membrane and then bind to steroid hormone receptors. Steroid hormone signals are changes in gene transcription and may take longer to produce a response.
Okay. Peptide hormones are large, hydrophilic, charged, and cannot diffuse across the plasma membrane. The receptors they bind to are located on the cell surface. After the hormone binds to the receptor, it activates the receptor and causes it to transmit a signal into the cellular interior. They act through intercellular secondary messengers and they connect.
Hormones are secreted by many glands, such as the hypothalamus, pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, adrenals, pancreas, testes, ovaries, pineal, kidneys, heart, and thymus. Hormone regulations differ depending on their function. The same goes for their specificity, which is determined by the receptor's locations. A common principle that regulates and produces many hormones is the feedback loop.
Hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is a section of the posterior forebrain, which is located right above the pituitary gland. When the hypothalamus is stimulated, it releases hormone-like substances called releasing factors into the anterior pituitary hypothalamic portal circulatory system. These hormones are carried directly into the pituitary, and then the releasing factors stimulate cells of anterior pituitary to secrete the hormone indicated by the releasing factors. Pituitary
gland is a small gland with two lobes lying at the base of the brain. The two lobes, anterior and posterior, function as independent glands. Fun facts. The anterior pituitary secretes the following hormones.
F stands for FSH, L stands for LH, A stands for ACTH, T stands for TSH, P stands for prolactin, I you can ignore, G stands for growth.
The posterior pituitary is a direct extension of the nervous tissue from the hypothalamus. The two hormones secreted by the posterior pituitary are ADH and oxytocin.
Thyroid gland. Parathyroid gland.
The thyroid hormone thyroxine is a modified amino acid that contains 4 atoms of iodine.
This hormone accelerates oxidative metabolism throughout the whole body. An abnormal deficiency or too much of thyroxine can be crucial to your health. However, the parathyroid glands are small pea-like organs located on the posterior surface of the thyroid. Parathyroid hormones are secreted, which regulates calcium and phosphate balance between the blood, bone, and other tissues.
Pancreas.
Okay. The pancreas is a multifunctional organ. The exocrine function of the pancreas secretes enzymes through ducts into the small intestines. The endocrine function, on the other hand, secretes hormones directly into the bloodstream. And the endocrine function of the pancreas is centered in the islets of Langerhans. Insulin removes glucose from the blood when glucose concentrations are high. Insulin is also responsible for the conversion of glucose to glycogen. The islets of Langerhans also secrete glucagon.
Adrenal glands. The adrenal glands are on top of the kidneys, and they're made up of the adrenal cortex and the adrenal medulla. So the adrenal cortex is basically response to stress. So when you're stressed out, something called ACTH stimulates the adrenal cortex to make and secrete steroid hormones, and they're called corticosteroids. And the second part of the adrenal glands is adrenal medulla, I don't know how to pronounce it. It has cells that can be viewed as sympathetic nerve cells, and it basically just secretes hormones into the circulatory system. Ovaries, testes.
Testes produce testosterone in males, and ovaries produce estrogen in females.
얼마나 좋아하는지 자꾸 보이고 싶.
This is Drunk Kelly.
Hi, I'm Kelly,
And I'm Clara.
and we're going to be learning about the endocrine system. Hi. Hi, Clara.